I'm less fortunate. I have a great desire. And what is the desire which Haridas Thakur has? Let me always have the remnants of the servants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And let this devotional service be their birth after birth. I'm silver because I'm not able to remember. So make my life successful by allowing me to eat the remnants of your servants. And then I'm just a dead person. Please forgive my offenses. And then please forgive me. Please be merciful to me. And kindly keep me in the house of a devotee as a dog. You see the prayers which Haridas Thakur has presented. He says, keep me as a dog. So Lord says, oh, listen, my dear Haridas, anyone who resides with you for even a day or speaks with you for even a moment will certainly achieve me. There is no doubt about it. We have Haridas Thakur's disappearance on the last day, that is Ananta Chaturdashi day. It is 28th September. So remembering him, we are having the 64 rounds chanting, because it is only Haridas Thakur who can give us that fortune to taste the holy name. There is something known as mechanical chanting, and there is something known as taste in chanting. We can develop taste in chanting only when we have desire to take the mercy of Haridas Thakur. One who respects you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, one who respects you, respects me, for I constantly reside within your body. One who respects you, that person respects me. Clear instruction to Haridas Thakur, that whoever respects you, there is nice temple of Haridas Thakur at Fulyagram. At Fulyagram, actually, he was beaten in 24 streets. So there is a place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he showed his mercy to Haridas Thakur, even though he was beaten by the servants or the soldiers of the Qazi, because Qazi did not want him to chant the holy name. But still he is continuing to chant the holy name, and though he is beaten, but he is not having any pain. And there the soldiers of the Qazi, they felt so much of pain in the hands. So it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who took all his pain. And here, the verse, last verse, the previous verse, that is 96th verse, is said, my glories are increased by a servant like you. You have eternally bound me within your heart. So Krishna feels indebted to the devotees, like Haridas Thakur, who are completely surrendered to Krishna. Krishna says, my glories are increasing just because of you. 97th verse. Morasthane, Mora Sarva Vaishnavera Sthane, Vina Aparadhe Bhakti Dilatore Dane. You have not committed any offense to me, nor to any Vaishnava. Therefore, I am awarding you devotional service. So this is again more important. The pure devotional service is awarded to those who have not done any offenses to Krishna, to any of the devotees. Haridas, I am awaiting the qualification for executing devotional service. You will never commit any offense to me or to any Vaishnava. May you always remain free from offenses and continue to cultivate Krishna consciousness while residing on the platform of unflinching devotional service. May you always follow in the footsteps of Krishna's devotees. Since you have not committed any offense to me or to any Vaishnava, I am bestowing onto you the propensity for serving Krishna. Again, this is a qualification to attain pure devotional service. Haridasa prativara dilena yakhana jaya jaya mahadvani uthilat thakana. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu awarded Such wonderful benediction. Haridas Thakur, all the devotees were so happy. They all started chanting. Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ghosh was done by all the devotees. So again, this is a Lakshana. When a devotee is given some benediction, other all devotees should feel that happiness. So that happiness is felt by all the devotees and they are all glorifying Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur has been given the topmost benediction that a person who remembers Haridas, that person can remember Krishna very nicely. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says he can remember me only when he remembers you. Jati kula kriya dhane kichu nahi kare. Prema dhana arti vina na pai Krishnere. So good birth, noble family, pious activities, material wealth, they cannot award one the treasure of love of God. Only by intense desire can one achieve Krishna. Just because he has material wealth, just because he has done some pious activities. So these are all not the qualification to attain Krishna. The only qualification to attain Krishna is the intense desire, laulyam. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati kriyatam yadi kutopi lapyate tatta laulyam api milyam ekalam janma koti shukraterna lapyate. So in the Padyavali, this verse is there, which is also given by in the Ramananda Sambad, Ramananda Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sambad, where Ramananda Rai is asked, what is the topmost devotional service? At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking various questions to Ramananda Rai, and Ramananda Rai is answering. The topmost in the devotional service is laulyam. You may leave your varnashrama, sarva dharman, parityaja, all those things were told. Still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told this is bhaya, this is all bhaya. What is the deep thing which can make a person attain devotional service, pure devotional service? When this verse was spoken from Padyavali by Ramananda Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, yes, this is Are. Hey ho yaar. This is the thing. This laulyam, this greed, this intense love for Krishna, this intense greed to serve Krishna, that can make a person fortunate to advance in devotional service. You may read verses, you may by heart verses, you may hear many classes. Generally, people have the habit of hearing classes, writing notes, and then just speaking out. That is also not the qualification. The only qualification, we may hear many times, we may speak many times, but anugraha of Krishna can be attained only when the greed to serve Krishna, to serve the Vaishnavas. If the greed to perform devotional service is there, then a person can advance in devotional service. If one is proud of family prestige, he cannot develop devotional service to Krishna. One cannot achieve Krishna's service by aristocracy, pious deeds, immense wealth. Only by intense love for Krishna, only by intense love for Krishna is Krishna obtained. Unless one has love for Krishna, he cannot become a devotee of Krishna, even if he is rich, aristocratic, or expert in fruitive activities. So in the Padyavali, this verse is quoted. Janma Ishwarya Shutashri Bheredamana Madhapuman Naivarati Abhitatum Vai Twama Kinchana Gocharam. So even Kunti Maharani gives this prayers, she says, oh Lord, you can be easily approached only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feelings. Like when you serve, you automatically attain the prema. That service mentality should be there. The more to serve, the more to serve. Nishkinchana vayam shashvan, nishkinchana janapriya, tasmat prayena nahi adhya, mam bhajanti sumadhyame. We have no material possessions. We are dear to those who similarly have nothing. Therefore, O slender one, the wealthy hardly ever worship me. So what is that material possession has been spoken here? Is all these verses speaking about a beggar? Is Kunti Maharani speaking about a beggar? No. She's speaking, and the verses also here speaks about those people or those devotees who don't have any material wealth. They have spiritual wealth. Material wealth makes you enjoy material benefits. Spiritual wealth makes you enjoy spiritual benefit. Like you are giving donation for Krishna. You have money, then only you can give, no? If you don't have anything, then how will you give? And devotees are given spiritual wealth. Spiritual wealth to serve Krishna. When it comes to enjoying the material life, he completely rejects. That is why he is materially impoverished. That is the meaning of this verse. He is materially impoverished. Janma karma vayorupaha vidyaishwarya dhanadibihi yadyasyaha na bhavet stambas tatrayam madanugraha. If a human being is born in an aristocratic family or a higher status of life, if he performs wonderful activities, if he is youthful, if he has personal beauty, a good education, good wealth, and if he is nonetheless not proud of his opulences, it is to be understood that he is especially favored by the Supreme Personality of God. This is also very important. Being born in an aristocratic family, but not having any desire for that aristocracy. Having the bodily beauty, not for any show off for person on a personal basis, but to attract people. Generally, a good-looking person can attract people. And when he speaks, everybody likes to hear. So this is all the advantage which Krishna has given. But he is not proud of the opulences what he has got. Then we should understand he is specially favored by the Supreme Lord. That is how, if he is youthful, if he is performing wonderful activities, what is the most wonderful activity? Preaching Krishna consciousness is the most wonderful activity. And if he has all these advantages, like higher status of life, good education, personal beauty, good wealth, naturally people like to hear from such people. So he has to use his qualification, whatever he has got. If he is not using the qualification, then it is the waste of resources which Krishna has given. Krishna gives some resources to us, and those resources has to be employed in Krishna's service. Yete kule Vaishnavera janma kene nahe tatapiha sarvottama sarvashastre kahe. All the scriptures declare that a Vaishnava may be born in any family, but he is certainly situated in the topmost position. So it is not the birth which decides a Vaishnava. It is his qualification which decides a Vaishnava. A person who is engaged with love in the service of Vishnu may take birth in any family. We have the examples in Alvars also. You can see the Alvars, how they were born in different families, not necessarily only Brahmin. So, but this does not hamper the execution of his devotional service. All the scriptures declare that a Vaishnava is superior to a person who is intoxicated with pride, resulting from birth, family, activities, wealth. The eternal goal of a living entity is love for Krishna. When one is qualified in that love, material considerations like inferiority, superiority, and considerations do not hinder him. In Srimad Bhagavatam 3.33.6 to 7, it is stated, Yannamadheya Shravananu Kirtanad Yat Prahavanad Yat Smaranad Api Kvachet Swadopi Sadyah Svana Savanaya Kalpate Kutha Punaste Bhagavan Nudarshanad Aho Batashva Pachota Variyan Yajjibhagre Vartato Namatobhyam Te Pustapaste Jhuvushashnurarya Brahmanuchurnam Agrananti Yete Yannamadheya Shravanam Kirtana. To say nothing of the spiritual advancement of persons who see the Supreme Person face to face, even a person born in a family of dog eaters immediately become eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices, even if he utters the holy name of the Supreme Lord or chants about him, hears about his pastime, offers him obeisances or even uh, remembers him. Oh, how glorious are they whose tongues are chanting your holy name. Even if born in the family of dog eaters, such persons are worshipable. Persons who chant the holy name of your lordship must have executed all kinds of austerities and fire sacrifices and achieved all the good manners of the Aryans. To be chanting the holy name of your lordship, they must have bathed at holy places of pilgrimage, studied the Vedas, and fulfilled everything required. So this verse speaks about the qualification which a person gets even if born in a low family. He gets the qualification to even perform the Vedic rituals. Generally, Vedic rituals are restricted only up to the Brahmana. But because he has a deep desire to chant the holy name, hear about the holy name, now his position is the best among the Brahmanas. It is said the highest position in the Brahmana is Vaishnava. Nahi Bhagavan Aghattitam idam Tvadarshanavan Nulam Akhila Papakshayah Yannamasakre Shunavanad Ukhashopi Vimuchyate Samsara. So, my dear Lord, it is impossible for one to be immediately free from all material contaminations by seeing you. Not to speak of seeing you personally merely by hearing the holy name of your Lordship. Only once, even Chandala, men of the lowest class, are freed from all the contamination. Now, see, seeing Lord and hearing Lord's name has been compared. Even Duryodhana saw Lord, but just by seeing Lord, one's sins are not completely eradicated. But by just chanting the holy name of Lord, even once, it is said so many sins of his are eradicated. Even the tendency to commit future sins, that is also eradicated. That is the power of chanting the holy name. The holy name is more powerful than even Lord. Just by writing the holy name on the stones, Hanuman and all the Vanar Senas, everybody could float the stone on the water and could build a setu. So merely by hearing the holy name of your Lordship only once, even Chandalas, men of the lowest class, are freed from all material contamination. Under the circumstances, who will not be freed from the material contamination simply by seeing you? Now, by hearing your name, the contamination is gone. Then by seeing you, again, all the contamination will go away. But for that, first hearing the holy name is more important. Not that just I want to see Krishna. I cannot see Krishna without having the qualification to see Krishna. I can see Krishna only when I am qualified by chanting the holy name. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Manye Dhana Vijana Rupa Tapa Shrutau Jaus Tejaha Prabhava Bala Purushaha Buddhi Yogaha Naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuthapaya. Prahlad Maharaj also continues. One may possess wealth, an aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, and mystic yogic power. But I think that even by all these qualifications, one cannot satisfy the Lord. However, one can satisfy the Lord simply by devotional service. Gajendra did this, and thus Lord was satisfied with him. Just by pure devotional service, complete surrenderance to Krishna, one can achieve the highest benefit. In the Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is stated, Name Bhakta Chaturvedi, Mad Bhaktaha Shopachaha Priyaha, Tasmai Deyam Tato Grahayam Sacha Pujyo Yathayam. Even though a person is a very learned scholar of the Sanskrit Vedic literatures, he is not accepted as my devotee unless he is pure in devotional service. However, even though a person is born in the family of dog eaters, he is very dear to me if he is a pure devotee who has no motive to enjoy fruitive activity or mental speculation. Indeed, all respect should be given to him, and whatever he offers should be accepted. Such devotees are as worshipable as I am. The Padma Purana also speaks about it. Swarga Khanda Padma Purana, chapter 24. It is stated, Ukashaha Shwapacho Vapi Ye Chanye Mlecha Jataya Tepi Vandyaha Mahabhagaha Haripadaika Sevakaha. Whenever one is a Ukashaha, Ukashaha refers to dog eater or a mlecha. If he has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Hari with pure devotion and serves him with attachment, he is to be considered most fortunate and highly respectable. The most fortunate and highly worshipable are the devotees who have a complete knowledge about Krishna. Yes, he is the supreme, and they are completely surrendered to Krishna. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shri Chaiva Shapake Cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Samadarshinaha. He is a Samadarshi, and he is Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. He has all the humility in full. One more verse will take, because this purport is elaborately spoken. All the scriptures declare that a Vaishnava may be born in any family, but he is certainly situated in the topmost position. For this, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has quoted many, many verses, which will be taking in a smooth way. We don't want to rush about. Vishnor ayam yato hasit tasmad Vaishnava uchyate sarvesham chaiva varnanam Vaishnava shreshtaha uchyate. One who is related to Vishnu through devotion is known as a Vaishnava. A genuine Vaishnava is superior to all the Varnas and is the best of all. So here it is said, one has to relate himself to Vishnu by devotion. Devotion begins with chanting the holy name. As chanting the holy name starts removing our anarthas, and in this way, one performs devotional service very nicely. So chanting along with the devotional service helps a person to quickly wipe off all the vices, all the accumulated impressions from the previous lifetime. So in this way, one gets more benefit and he becomes a genuine Vaishnava. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. Okay. So small announcement.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah.
Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, I am having one question.
Yeah.
Mataji, sometimes it happens that I want to go to temple, attend the class, Sunday class, but then some of the family responsibilities don't allow me. I mean, husband sometimes don't in the mood to go to the temple. I'm having a daughter of 5 years old. So that means that I am not giving 100% to Krishna. I mean, sometimes it happens because of some and the other reason I'm not giving 100%. But then that means I am not a pure devotion. I'm not giving pure devotional services to Krishna.
We have to just pray to Lord that because there are certain family commitments, you cannot neglect those commitments. Like you have a small baby, naturally you have to pay attention to her. So it is not that only when you come to temple, then you attend your devotional service. If you are not able to come to temple, wherever you are, you have the deep inclination to serve. Then we have to just pray to Lord, oh Lord, give me opportunity. That inclination is there. Lord knows when to give opportunities.
I am daily chanting 16 rounds. I wake up early. I am having DT.
So that's all you should do. That is all for our sadhana. As a sadhaka, we have to remove all our vices, whatever impressions we have got. So all those things we can do. And even getting this opportunity to do 16 rounds, that itself is the first symptom of Krishna's mercy. Only by Krishna's mercy, only a person can chant his holy name. So Krishna is bestowing the mercy, and you have more deep inclination to serve Krishna. So then this inclination will allow you to do it when the right opportunity comes. Because keeping this 5-year child and you do prepare devotional service, or you're thinking that you can come to temple, and there the child is lack land. The child has got an opportunity to come in the womb of a devotee mother. So you have to pay attention to children also. Certain family commitments also is important.
Okay. And even sometimes I'm feeling very bad. Actually, I'm in a learning process. I have learned some of the mantras that is for Prabhupada's and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mantra. But here in the class, everyone knows very well Madhya. I mean, starting at the
You will
start of
also
the
know.
class.
You
So
will
I'm
also
feeling
know.
very bad. I'm not giving 100% to Krishna.
See, on
Sometimes
Sunday,
I
what
used
you
to
can
cry
do,
for that.
on Sunday, what you can do is, evening offline class you can come. So by
Okay.
that, you will chant the verses, because that is a training program. Even if you're not able to come in the morning time, you should at least attempt to come at least one time, so that the training process of learning the verses can happen. And then Chaitanya Bhagavat, and then we have DC programs, Saturdays. There also we train the devotees to chant the verses. And then slowly, what we'll do is, I'll request Aruna Mataji. Now, instead of giving Tribol Aruna Mataji, giving to the devotees who know Chaitanya Bhagavat verses, Mangalacharan verses, Chaitanya Chaitamrit Mangalacharan verses, to only the devotees now. Now we can have a small break there and give 4 verses to the new interested devotees. Like Aditya can chant 4 verses, Indu can chant 4 verses, Kusum can chant 4 verses, Jumur can chant 4 verses. Divide the verses and let them also learn to chant, because when the same devotees are chanting, naturally there is a desire. Shri Devi can chant 4 verses. I am reading the names there. Uma Pratap can chant. So divide the verses, put the whole Mangalacharan verses and give. Even if whole Mangalacharan is not, they are not able to chant, what we can do is 2 verses. Whole Mangalacharan, instead of whole Mangalacharan, just 2 verses. So what I can do is, from tomorrow class, I will chant the 2 verses and record the 2 verses and give. So next day, let the 2 verses be chanted by Aditya, 2 or 4, whatever, 4. Then other next day, Indu Mataji. So like that, divide the whole, and every week let them also learn. Let them also learn. So whole Mangalacharan need not be chanted from tomorrow. Just put the whole thing and 4 verses.
Okay, Mataji.
Like that only the training was given to the devotees now who are chanting. They were also not knowing. The training was given like this, and then slowly they picked up. So one day even you all will pick up. The newly joined devotees also will pick up. So in 1 month, there will be new set of devotees who will be chanting the whole Mangalacharan, because Mangalacharan is very auspicious. The more we learn to chant Mangalacharan of Chaitanya Chaitamrit and Chaitanya Bhagavat, the more mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is attained. Then we have Megha Mataji is also there. Then we have Ghati Mataji.
Mataji, I have never learned Sanskrit, then that's okay.
Even I don't know Sanskrit. It is not the language you have to know. It is the bhava which you have to know. And Srila Prabhupada has very clearly, nicely, he has translated everything. So Indu Mataji, my request is evening Sundays, you can at least attempt to come.
Okay, Mataji. I will
Because
definitely.
now devotees in Jagannath Devasthanam, practically 50 devotees to 60 devotees are able to chant till 4th chapter, 108 important verses. So and then Sandhi Vigraha, all these things. And next year join Bhakti Shastri.
Yes.
So more you can understand.
Yes.
Stop here.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki